Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Franchise Empire newsletter, where every week we break down a specific franchise opportunities and we talk about how much money they make, how much they cost to get open, and a variety of things that we think will be interesting to you because we think that they're interesting, and they're things that people ask us about often. Um, and so today we're going to talk about a $495,000 resale with experienced technicians in place. We are going to talk about how much. Have you ever wondered how much money do McDonald's franchisees make? How much does it cost to get a McDonald's franchise open? What sort of fees do the franchisees pay, etc. And we're going to dive into a couple other things that I think you guys will find interesting as well. And real quick, before we do, just a quick message. All right, if you're new here, my name is Tark Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Franchise Empire. And let's go ahead and dive right into it. So our featured resale for the week, confidential for qualified buyers. What does that mean? Qualified, essentially our criteria of that is essentially you have $250,000 net worth or higher. That puts you in the arena where you can qualify for pretty much most franchises. And because many franchisors, as you know, have a net worth requirement. So this one is in Charleston, South Carolina, or that area overall. We will keep the brand and specific location confidential unless you send an inquiry saying, hey, I want to find out more information on this brand, then especially after we can have a confidential conversation with you around that. But this is a home services business for the residential and commercial space. The asking price is $495,000. The previous year's gross sales, $833,000. And cash flow, they show as $216,000. They've been in business for 22 years. So this is an interesting opportunity. Very interesting opportunity for sure. So our take, this franchisor is part of an established brand with proven systems, very mature ownership, obviously 22 years in business. That's a long time. You have the potential to scale by acquiring neighboring franchisees. This is a strategy that we see many people take in growing their franchise empires, is growing by acquisition. So there's definitely the opportunity, especially in a mature franchise system that's been around for a while. You'll have people that are retiring, that just have other business interests. Sometimes, unfortunately, there's some health challenges there. And so there's usually opportunities to grow through expansion, through acquisition. And in this specific business, there are experienced technicians in place, which means you as the owner aren't the one doing the day-to-day work of the service business. You are focusing on running your operation and recruiting, training, and retaining talent, as well as making sure that you're growing and you're focusing on sales and marketing. So if you're interested in this specific resale, if you're in the overall Charleston, South Carolina market, or if you're like, hey, I'm in the US or Canada and I'm interested in knowing if there are any resales available in my market that align with my goals and my budget and what it is that I'm looking to accomplish, then you can go to franchiseempire.com/resales, submit your information. You'll be able to set up a call with our team, and we can check and see what may be available, if anything, and if not, add you to a wait list where we can stay in touch with you in case something pops up in your area. Okay, on to the next. All right, new franchise owner through Franchise Empire. So every week, we like to just share the story of a real person that started working with us, that we were able to help realize their dream of becoming a business owner. At the end of the day, this is why we do what we do, because we believe that small businesses are the fabric of the American economy. And every day, people are starting businesses and failing. And so our goal is to help people go out there and find the most proven opportunities that really help them to reduce their risk and own a money making franchise. So let's talk about Rhonda. Rhonda had a successful career in nursing, and but knew that she really wanted something that she could own and that she could build and that she could pass on, right? And that would outlive her. But she had worked with some individuals on, looking at buying a franchise, but for her, the process felt surface level, and she wasn't really receiving a lot of support. This is actually part of why I created Franchise Empire. I had an experience many years ago with a franchise broker that I didn't think was great, and I thought, wow, this was right before we owned our franchise, 10 years ago. And I just thought, wow, that didn't feel amazing. And I definitely would want to make sure that people received support. Never had any intention of owning a franchise brokerage company at that point in time. But anyways, so her and her husband, Craig, decided to take a different approach. And they got in contact with our team here at Franchise Empire, and we went through our process. We have every candidate that we work with take a science-based behavioral profile and assessment that helps to figure out what sort of specific opportunities and brands align with you and your goals. And then we have a really systematic process with a significant support on the due diligence side. So she knew what type of business she didn't want. And sometimes that's the best thing. Is when you're like, I definitely don't want to do this. You're like, perfect. That opens up a variety of other options. What she did know is that what mattered most to her was marketing support, strong systems, and the ability to build something alongside her family. And so we can celebrate and say congratulations to Rhonda. She is the proud owner of one territory and will be running the business alongside her son. So that's very, very exciting. And congratulations, Rhonda. Really, really excited for you and the journey that you're getting ready to embark on as a franchise owner. Okay, let's talk about our franchise of the week. Good old McDonald's. So if you haven't seen The Founder, which dives into the history of McDonald's, you definitely want to watch it. It's a great movie. It's entertaining. It's not a documentary, but an entertainment movie. But it all started back in 1940. And so you may be familiar with the story if you've seen that movie, when two brothers in San Bernardino shut down their struggling barbecue drive-in and reopened with a radically simplified menu: burgers, fries, and shakes. In a kitchen designed to push out food in 30 to 60 seconds. That shift became the birth of the modern fast food model, and only happened after their first concept failed. Interesting lesson there, right? Which is, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try it again. Quick quiz. Where did that lyric, what song was that in? So yeah, that laid the foundation for what would become one of the most influential restaurant systems in the world. And in 1954, a milkshake machine salesman named Ray Kroc visited their restaurant and immediately recognized the power of their system. He became McDonald's first franchisee, opening up the first McDonald's franchise location under his direction in 1955, before ultimately purchasing the entire brand for just $2.7 million. But that was in 1961. So that would have been about $30 million inflation adjusted today. So keep in mind, there wasn't thousands of locations. I mean, he was taking the risk of paying $30 million of equivalent dollars back then. And it's something that had been slightly proven, but no one knew, maybe outside of Ray Kroc, that it was going to turn into what it did. And so that move transformed McDonald's into a global force, adapting menus around the world. And of course, McDonald's is who they are today. They operate more than 38,000 locations in 100 countries, with roughly 93% owned by franchisees. And so what began as a failed barbecue stand evolved into what one would arguably say is the most successful franchise brand of all time. And so let's talk about some of the numbers. You may be wondering, well, how much money does it cost to open up a McDonald's? How much do their locations do and make in terms of revenue? So the total investment, 1.47 to $2.7 million, franchise fee of $45,000. And their marketing fee is 4% of gross sales, which, I mean, at the end of the day, with all of the marketing value that you get from the system, I feel like a 4% marketing fee is pretty reasonable. I mean, commercials, billboards everywhere. Royalty fee of between 4 to 5% on gross sales as well. Obviously, total investment of between $1.5 to $2.8 million is quite significant. And, good luck finding available territories to open a McDonald's. A lot of the locations that are going to be opening are going to be from existing owners, right? That are opening up additional locations overall. And so let's break down the financial data. So they break it down in an interesting way in terms of their item 19. But what you can see here, and I have to look on my other screen so that I can see it a little bit better. Out of the 12,572 domestic, it won't let me highlight it. Traditional McDonald's restaurants opened at least 1 year. Approximately 79% had sales volumes in excess of 3 million. Approximately 72% had annual sales volume in excess of 3.2 million, and approximately 65% had annual sales volume in excess of $3.4 million. And let's see, they say the average sales volume of domestic, so that means US based, traditional franchised restaurants. A non-traditional example of a restaurant would be like one in a college, in an airport, like a kiosk style one. Traditional is like your typical standalone, freestanding is what the term I'm looking for. Freestanding McDonald's location. So 3.96 million during 2024 was the average. And the lowest performing location did just $914,000 in sales. That's I wonder if they're even profitable. Why they're only doing 914,000? Maybe they're in an area, really rural area. Who knows? And the most successful location did $19.6 million. Wild. Here in Orlando, not too far from where I live, is the largest McDonald's in the world. Definitely in the U.S., possibly in the world. I went there. They have an arcade, a whole arcade upstairs. They sell like pizza and like pasta. I don't know why you would want to get pizza or pasta from McDonald's. I feel like there's a lot better options out there. But to each his own, I guess. So that's the breakdown on McDonald's. If you guys are thinking, hey, I don't have the $1.5 to $2.8 million to get one of those up and open, nor do I want to own a food establishment where I have to have 25 young kids employed for me. Not the easiest labor model, I will tell you, having owned food franchises. Then you can go to, if you want to know, hey, what are some lower cost franchise options that are available in your area for your budget and investment level that you're comfortable with, and that most importantly align with your skills and what it is your goals are, then you can go to franchiseempire.com/check territory. It's there at the bottom of the screen. There you go. And you can set up a free call with someone on our team, and they'd be able to just see, can we help you, and are there good options available? With that said, 7-Eleven. Is it worth $150,000? So this is one of our most recent videos that went out. How much money can you make with the 7-Eleven? So if you ever wondered how much these franchises make, well, guess no more. You can watch it on our Franchise Empire YouTube channel. We did a whole video breakdown on all of their numbers, or you can listen on any of the the popular podcast platforms as just a listen only version. So that's a wrap for this week's newsletter. Again, we do this every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to hit like on the video wherever you're watching, subscribe, all of that good stuff. It's very helpful. And if you have any questions, drop a comment below, and we'll make sure to come back and answer those questions. So have a great rest of your week. Take care.